Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Surprise you. I'm YouTube famous now. Na 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 na. Big Mac filet of fish, quarter pound of French fries, icy Cokes, thick shakes, sundaes, and apple pies. Not sponsored by McDonald's, but don't you wish I was? I mean, I cannot, don't you wish I were? I can't imagine being sponsored by McDonald's and just sitting around all day long and eating Big Macs. Oh, I did that in my mukbang videos. But sitting around and eating Big Macs and French fries and being 500 pounds and being YouTube famous and putting out albums, which I would call Dad as Fuck, the mukbang. That's gonna be the last song. It's gonna be a dance track and it's gonna be called Doing the Mukbang, Doing the Mukbang. Okay, so anyway, let's get right into this video. PP and I were just sitting around today being silly, as we often do when you are the father of the world famous flying Chihuahua. Come a kiss. He said, Dad, what are we gonna make our video about today? And I said, well, I don't know. And then at the same time that we did that, if I can draw it, he just looked at it. The drama phone started ringing and he was like, Dad, can you please answer the drama phone? So I did. How's the drama phone? This is Peter speaking. Gigi Drama? No, I don't know any Gigi Drama. Lisa Vanderpump's dog, but I know how to get jiggy with it. Oh, Gigi Drama. Gigi Drama. Okay, yes. There's more. She put out another video. Oh, okay. So we'll get right on that. I just broke my fan. I hate that. I don't know what takes me longer. Going up into King's Beauty and buying these damn fans for damn fan, track number 4, for $1.09. Don't poke your eye out with your fan. Can you imagine going to the emergency room and being like, so what happened? And you'd have like this whole fan just like sticking on the side of your head. And you'd be like, well, I was making a video about Gigi Gorgeous. And so I flip fans in my videos. Oh, okay. So could you explain more? Yeah, so I flip these fans in my videos because I think it's real funny. Beast! And I'd like imitate it in there, but like I already have the fan sticking out my side of my head. So it'd just be like this. And I'd be like, beast! Like that. And then they'd be like, oh, well, this is pretty serious. I think we need to have you go into surgery. And I'd say, surgery for what? Well, removal of the fan. I go, beast! So anyway, we were sitting around today and the drama phone started ringing like crazy and everybody was like, are you gonna make a video about Gigi? She just put out another video. And I'm like, she did. So Gigi put out a video. If you don't know, what you don't know is a lot. I think not. She put out a video 4 days ago titled Story Time or something, broke and homeless in LA, okay? And the crowds went crazy. Excuse me, I need a little bit of coffee. In the United States, we drink coffee, not tea. Well, I mean, I'm sure some people drink tea, sweet tea in the South, right? But I like my coffee strong and hot, like my drama. Okay, so anyway, so she put this video out and everybody went crazy, right? People were unsubbing and they were like, how could she be so insensitive? Because it was about her being in this hotel room with her sister-in-law or whoever that person is, and she wasn't really homeless, but okay, so anyway. So it's been 4 days and Gigi just put out another video and it was like a life update video. And in the video, she put in there something to do with my boobs and drugs and all this kind of stuff and like comments or something like that. And I was like, okay, so she's gonna address this issue because I was kind of surprised. Now here's the deal, you know, in the last year, a lot of people have said that Gigi has changed. She addresses this in this video. She talks about change in the video. So we'll talk about that in a second. And she's also done some things that people think are insensitive and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, so I thought, is she going to address this? Because when she, you know, went to Israel and she came back and she kind of made the comments there to the music and people had a lot of issues with that. You know what I'm talking about? She did apologize for it in a video and I don't know, whatever she feels like she needs to do. I went to look at the comments on her newest video today and the comments are like overwhelmingly positive. Except for something to do with her upper lip. Everybody's upset about this upper lip of hers. I mean, she just had this stuff done a couple days ago. She's not gonna look perfect overnight, so everybody needs to stop with the upper lip stuff. So anyway, unless that's your issue, then I mean, have at it. Make a whole video and call it Gigi's upper lip, but that ain't my video. Okay, so I read the comments, and the comments were actually like overwhelmingly positive. And so were the likes to dislikes ratio, and I thought, you know, this is really, really interesting. How quickly we forgive our favorite YouTubers, right? Which is fantastic. That's great, right? So I watched the video. The video is 18 minutes long. About, I would say, I don't know, more than half of it is about she got a new breast operation. Go watch the video. I'm not going to ruin her video for you. I don't like when YouTubers do that, and I won't tell everything about it. But I am going to address one thing, is at the end of it, she says she's gonna go and talk about this, and I'm thinking, okay, so this is where she's gonna talk about all the comments she got on the last video. And I'm already, before she gets into it, I'm thinking to myself, okay, Gigi, now listen, all right? She doesn't care about me. And the reality that she doesn't care about me is that she doesn't care about half of her subs out there, because I don't consider myself anybody to her other than just a sub. And let me tell you why, okay? Because one of my very first videos of hers that I really was like, okay, she's for me, was back in the day when she talked about dealing with hate comments. She was like one of the very first people to talk about it. And she talked about how easy it is to sit behind a computer and make some comment, and she used these words that were derogatory and all this kind of stuff. Do you guys remember this video? I mean, it's years old, but it was fantastic. And that she didn't think that it had any kind of courage to just like, so those comments meant nothing to her, right? Well, here's the deal. There is a difference between somebody coming to your video and putting a derogatory word, because that's just the only way that they know how to like deal with whatever their issues are with the LGBTQ community or whatever. So they just feel the need to write some nasty word, okay? Like, I deal with that a lot on my own channel. You know, and then you go down, and then the step below that is you get the comments from people that like, they watch you, but they don't want to like you, so they come for the obvious, right? And so like for me, it's always like, oh, you're so old, or your voice is annoying, or why are you talking about these younger people? That's the next one. So like, I don't really pay those much of attention either, right? Because I'm like, okay, so those are probably the people that watch me, but they act like they can't stand me, okay? But then you get a lot of comments, and people will say things like, you know, blah, 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 whatever, I love you, but. And when they say that, you have to be very careful as a YouTuber, or anybody, any kind of influencer out there, because what they're saying is, I really care about you, therefore I'm putting this statement out there to help you, okay? So that was really what a lot of the comments were on her homeless storytime video, where people were just like, hey, listen, I love you, but you've changed. I don't know what's going on with you. Like, this video was really insensitive. I've been homeless. You know, hey, you need to educate yourself and whatever. So I really thought she was going to come into the tail end of the video and be like, hey, you guys, listen, I did not realize how insensitive that story time was, and I should... Not Gigi. Not anymore, but she's changed. She talked about that. And she goes in and she talks about receiving online hate, okay? And she's talking about comments that she gets. I also have to believe that in there somewhere she's probably talking about drama videos, whatever. Maybe, I don't know, I'm assuming that. So anyway, she's talking about this, and she's like, you know, like, I think that the internet has gotten too sensitive. Like, people are too sensitive today, and maybe you can't joke about these things. And she's like, and I've donated a lot, or I, you know, do a lot of work with the LA trans youth and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. And anybody that would know me, like, or has known me for a while, if you really know me, would know that. And I'm thinking, well, you don't talk about that in your videos, okay? You talk about hauls of Gucci stuff and makeup that you love. You talk about breast reconstruction. You know, you talk about your girlfriend Nats. You talk about funny story times that you've had. You don't talk about that. So how would we know that, right? And like 2 videos ago I said that it would be really inspiring. She has no obligation to do this. Let me just say this, right? She has no obligation whatsoever to get up and do videos about these causes that she feels so strongly about, that apparently she dedicates so much time and energy to, that she throws it out there as an excuse for why she can be insensitive, because that's really what she did. She didn't take any ownership over that. She didn't say, you know what, wow, the fact that I work with homeless trans youth in LA should have been red flags all over to me when I made this video, that this video might be a little insensitive to some of those people, or to anybody in general, right? She didn't do that. And I was thinking about this today, after I watched her video. I was like, you know, I have loved her for a very long time, like as a fan, right? And I think a lot of times what's really hard is when you only hear the negative, but you don't hear it as truly constructive criticism, okay? So what I'm gonna say next, when I say this, people are gonna go, oh, holy shit, did you just seriously compare Gigi Gorgeous to her? Yes, I'm going to. And let me tell you who I'm gonna compare her to. Gigi Gorgeous could be, of our time, I mean, not on the level of royalty, but for the trans community and the LGBT community, she could be the people's princess, Princess Diana, where she is like into fashion and glamour and people love her and they adore her and she's in fashion shows and she's in the front seat and, you know, she's celebrity status, right? But she's going and doing all of this really amazing work at the same time. And her mission isn't lost because she's talking about all of those. And then people say, well, why does she have to talk about those? She's got a platform that she can bring attention to. Why wouldn't she talk about it if she felt so strongly about it? What was interesting to me about the homeless video was that at the same day that that video came out, she was retweeting all of this stuff about this GoFundMe account. And so I went to it and I noticed that she had this GoFundMe account, and I will explain it to you in a second, linked below several of her videos. And I think this is fantastic. And Gigi, praise to you for this. I think this is a really cool thing that she's doing. And she said in here, or hold on a second, let me pull it up. I had it all pulled up. So she has this GoFundMe account. It's linked underneath her Twitter if you want to go find it. I am going to, as well, link it underneath my channel. And here's what it is. It says, Gigi Gorgeous Trans Youth Program. And she was retweeting everybody's donations on here. And she said, last week, my girlfriend Nats and I visited the Children's Hospital, Los Angeles Center for Trans Youth Health and Development. To say they're changing lives is an understatement. Dr. Olson Kennedy and her team are leading the charge, not just in LA, but around the world in physical and mental health and development for trans youth ages 3+. They are currently caring for over 1,000 patients, but are limited in budget, research, and resources. On Sunday, October 29th, I'm hosting Carnival for Good, Halloween Bash at Bootsy Bellows in West Hollywood. 100% of the evening's proceeds will support Children's Hospital Los Angeles Center for Trans Youth Health and Development. Now is the time to invest in life-saving care and clinical research so that every child has the opportunity to embrace and express his or her authentic self. If you can make it to the event, you can still help. If you can't make it to the event, you can still help. Please donate to help the Center for Trans Youth Health and Development change lives. And then she goes under here and she has it documented, like what everything goes to, the research and everything like that, right? Now, since on my last video, some smart ass who doesn't apparently watch my videos where I talk about all the work that I've done in my life and all that kind of stuff, wanted to say, why don't you stop commenting about her and donate to a charity and go do some work too? I did. So I donated $30 to this, which isn't a lot, I understand, but it's probably twice as much as I'll make on this damn video because I don't make any money on Gigi Gorgeous videos because they get demonetized. So that's not what it's about anyway. And I am going to try to find some local resources as well and talk about them on my channel. About 3 months ago, I talked about teen drag queen races on the internet and how a lot of those teen drag queens cannot go outside of their bedroom because they're so afraid and their families don't know, and what would they do if that was exposed? So for me, my YouTube channel is not only just about doing drama, but it's also about exposing good, bringing attention to life-changing events, and helping the less fortunate of those or anybody out there that needs our help. This is what I don't understand, and this is what I would like to see. And she can do this, and I swear I will not sit on this channel and say, I told you so, she got the idea from me, because I think it would be so fantastic, okay? Is if her and Nat sat down and talked about going to this hospital, how life-changing it was for them, what they saw, and what it meant to them, because I think that is a story time that is so close to the hearts of the people that subscribe to her. Instead of getting on your video and excusing it away and saying, people are just too sensitive anymore, right? As you sit in a Gucci sweatshirt and talk about going to Italy 3 times in 2 months or something like that, and having all these expensive procedures done that a lot of trans youth can't have done, right? Which, hey, that's great, and you work your ass off, and you deserve that, and you've really networked, and you've had your YouTube channel up forever, and you've paved the road for a lot of YouTubers out there, probably even me. So thank you for that, okay? And I don't want to give up on liking Gigi. I just don't. But I also think that she could have it all. I think she could be this huge face, right, of change in our country and in the world, and still be this fashion, makeup icon that people were obsessed with. We've had a lot of these people in our lives, or in my generation at least. At the end of the video, she addresses change, and she said, people always say that, I've changed and all this kind of stuff, but change is good. No, Gigi, change is not always good. And it was interesting reading your video, or the comments underneath there, which I don't know if you read your comments or not, but apparently you do since you addressed them. And one of the comments on here said, The problem is, Gigi, is that you are changing into a shitty person. You could care less about who you could care less about who you offend. You only care about your looks and brag about what you have. You insult people and never own it. You used to be cool and now you are typical. And underneath there, someone said, I don't know how anyone can stand her anymore. And that's the really sad thing. She hasn't gone so far that she's offending everybody, and she can still come on and do a joke that really is insensitive and say, hey, just don't be so sensitive. It was just a story time. It was just a joke. And probably 90% of her fans are going to just let her get away with it. But there's going to be a time that that is not good enough anymore. And listen, she's not going to be her age forever. She's going to be 40. She's going to be 50. Who does she want to be in this world? Who does she want to be as a human being, as an activist, as a fashion icon, or whatever? And I think that's the question that she has to ask. Who am I changing into, and who do I want to change myself into? Because we have to ask ourselves that on a daily basis. And change can be good. But a lot of times we have to ask the people around us, the people that love us, and the people that see us on a regular basis, your fans, if they like what you're changing into. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.